Okay, everybody. Well, here we are, swinging on to the old. You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to honk my damn horn. Now let's see if I can match this up somehow. But we're about to swing onto the old 91 eastbound, and it's really rare to see it crowded at this point. I'm wondering if we were facing another accident like the one I had this morning that I faced. It's possible. Bummer that I forgot to honk my horn. I was trying to train myself to do. I'm honking the horn so that I can use that to synchronize my two cameras. But I don't want to honk in here. Anybody think it's rude and bad form to do so. So anyway, I'll just do my best to try to sync them up. So here we go. We're doing a little drive home, and I had a couple things I wanted to share with you guys as we go. Let's watch out for bikes as you come in here. Hey, there's another GSA up there, a bike like mine. Let's go up and say hi. Oh, looks like he's got some nice lead on me there. Oh, look at this person making lots of room for me. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah, no, that GSA up there, he's got full panniers and everything. See that bike up there? He's moving pretty fast. There's no reason to catch up. We're not in any allegiance. It reminds me of a funny cartoon I saw about adventure bike riders, you know, bikes like mine and his that are meant for a dual sport, on-road, off-road, things like that. And it showed, it said, you know, when the guy you've been following, the other adventure bike you've been following, suddenly it gets off the freeway. See if we can get up here behind him. Oh, thank you. It is nice of this person to let me over. Thank you. Yeah, that's another GS just like mine. And it says when the other adventure bike you've been following suddenly gets off the freeway, and the one that's left behind has his arm up in the air and he's saying, "But you were my brother." That's how we feel, because there's not a lot of us adventure bike riders. So I don't want to push him, so I won't hover too close. But you are my brother. So this is like I said, this is the 91 eastbound, which is strange. If you look at the opposite freeway, there's not much traffic over there. That's usually the busy side. This is the light side. So I wonder what's going on. I know it might rain, so and you know, people aren't going to be, you know, evacuating the city because of rain. Evacuating to where? The beach? Because this is the route to the beach cities. So right now we're in a place called the Inland Empire, or the IE, which is inland of the greater metropolitan Los Angeles area. So anyway, when I talk loud, it kind of booms through the mic. Sorry about that. I'm learning to moderate my speaking voice. So anyway, I wanted to do a couple of things in this video. One, I wanted to send out two thank yous. First thank you to Garth, who purchased a copy of Going Alone and sent me a nice email review, and a thank you for that, Garth. And he was very nice in letting me know about a typo. It is more than just a typo, it's a major typo. I had misspelled principals as though it were like a school principal, when I meant to say principles as though, you know, principles of our life principles, with an A instead of an E. And he pointed that out, and he mentioned that he wishes he had commented sooner, back when I was doing the Good Life video series, because apparently I was spelling it all the way back then. Oh, here comes, I see lights up here, so whatever's going on is right up here. Apparently I've been spelling it all this time, misspelling it all along. And that was really nice of him. But no, thank you so much, Garth, for letting me know. I've made the correction, and so hopefully by tomorrow the revised version will be in Amazon. Oh, it looks like an accident for sure. Look at that. 2 highway patrol. Very smashed up car. One car. Where's the other car, I wonder? Wow, that's a shame. Okay, now we're going to open up a little bit. So the other thank you is to Greg, who I had a correspondent with, and I mentioned Greg earlier. I just called him G before because I really wasn't sure. I wanted to make sure I got his name right. And Greg really offered me some great criticism. Some of the, you know, constructive criticism. Some of the best constructive criticism I've had in a long time from someone that really knows the channel and my videos well, and what I've been doing with my videos for a long time. Really, someone who really it meant a lot because Greg really clearly understood what I've been trying to do. And so, Greg, even though I may not adopt everything that you said, all your recommendations, I'm taking them all into consideration and will certainly be adopting some. And let me now get on to the change, the reason I wanted to make this little video. So I've been refining my approach more and more, and with input from Greg, I've decided to do a couple of things. One, I'm not going to be uploading the old content. I just don't want to do that. That's bad for me, even though it gives me the writing opportunity, just carried over from the comments I had yesterday's video. Even though it gives me the writing opportunity and venue, it just doesn't seem right. So I'm going to stop that. So I will be uploading the snippets from the longer videos. So if I make those longer 1-hour adventure videos, I am going to upload the bits and pieces and then upload the whole entire video at the end. Try that format out. That's to, again, if you saw yesterday's Let's Ride video, which is really my vlogging forum, I mentioned that I was doing that in order to get basically marketing for the book. Not to make money, but just to get it out there. Because I'm hoping that it'll do some good in the world. And then also, so there's a new, that's not a new channel, it's a channel I created over a year ago, but it's called the Good Life Channel, and I'll add a link to it. And that channel is where my Good Life videos are going to be going. And I'm going to try to make those in the morning as I come into work, because I always do my Good Life meditation in the morning. And if I do that on video, then it's a lot of editing in the evening when I get home, but I think I'm up to it. And those will go there. So one a day, upload two videos a day possibly. One to the, maybe more. Gosh, I don't think I could do more than 1 or 2 a day. We'll see. Good Life meditation to the Good Life channel. A going alone video once every day or so to the Softypapa channel, and a Let's Ride video, this vlogging format video, whenever the opportunity presents itself. So I guess that's about it. That's all I wanted to say. So I will just kind of continue cruising. We'll see how long I keep this video going. So take care. Whoops. Hit the horn. Hi everybody. Welcome. Well, I didn't hit, I only said whoops because I felt bad because I did it right in front of the restaurant, but I wanted to catch this pre-go. Can you see the dark clouds up there? I stopped at the Green River Starbucks, where I like to stop sometimes to have a little cup of coffee on my way home, and the rain clouds showed up while I was inside. Well, I knew they were coming, but here we go. We're going to ride back through them. And the ground is slippery, really slippery. So we should have an interesting ride home. So got the old, the GSA has new tires on it, but that's good when dealing with the deeper water, but this slippery stuff just up on the surface, that's nasty, especially when the rain just comes up just a little bit. There's not enough water to wash the goop away, but there's just enough to make it slick. So we'll go down here. You got to watch those curves. Every little turn could take you down. Good. Here we go. Get out here. Some rough stuff out here, which I like. Good. And we're off. Get down here. We'll get ourselves on the 91. Our usual route, the 91 westbound. Traffic shouldn't be too bad. Tempted, here we go, and we go. Tempted to take the toll road over. We'll see how it is. We'll probably hit more rain if we do that. Be a wetter ride. This doesn't look so bad, but things could change. Oh yeah, I feel it coming. Here's the rain. Yep. Just bring the, and I don't have any really good protection right now, because I can't bring the hood of my helmet all the way down now. So, and I'm not wearing any eyewear, which I don't wear any eyewear when I'm riding my motorcycle. My eyeballs are vulnerable to whatever's falling through the air or being kicked up by the road. I know it's pure folly. Stupidity, you can call it. And I will accept that criticism. But it doesn't seem so bad right now. Maybe I'll stitch those two videos together, because I did a little video of some people walking there getting wet. I did a video, one of the things I've been doing now, this whole Starbucks thing just started up. I just started doing that since I started this moto vlogging, because it's the perfect halfway point between home and work, and a great place to stop, juice up a little coffee, because I want to stay up a little later at night, and that little dose of coffee will do the job, and I can download or offload the video files from the GoPro and the Prism 2, and then clear the deck on the two cameras and restart them for the ride home. And it's a nice way to make a distinction between the two, a separation. And I made a little video in the first part. I wonder if I should just connect the two, stitch them together into one big video. That's probably a better thing to do. I'm still quite gun shy about uploading more than one video a day. That coming from a guy who in the past, I think my record was like over 40 videos in one day. There's the commuter train down there. When I had over CHP right over there, when I had the YouTube bullet train, and I was just uploading videos all over the place. YouTube really liked that. I woke up one day, that was in the early days of the partner program, when you had to actually apply to become a partner. And I woke up one day to find all my videos were monetized. YouTube had just stepped right in and said, congratulations on your channel. We're here to monetize you. And you know what, I'm going to take the pass. Here we go. Let's go up and over, which I usually do when it's raining. But I'm a little worried I might run into more water up there. And I'm not really prepared for that. So I kind of have to make my decision. I'm gonna do it. Up and over the pass. Oh, here comes the rain. Fortunately, I got my little sun visor thingy that I can shoot down in a panic, like I just did. That'll at least keep the eyes right off my eyeballs. Well, too late now. I'm going over the pass now. I should get into that slower lane to the right. Let these speed demons zip on past. Look at that mess down there. Wow. Trucking along at 55. Look at the 91 over there. Very, very backed up. Look at that. Wow. And over there too. See all those cars coming the other way? Those are the people who live out in the IE, the Inland Empire, but work in the OC. So living in the IE, working in the OC, doing the commute every day. This toll road costs about from $2 to $4, depending on if you do one leg or two legs. playing with the mic a little bit, adjusting the boom. Still have a little bit of work to do to get this just right. Really would be nice to get it, just bulletproof. Especially get it in such a way that I can close the damn modular part of the helmet. Well, if I need to, if it's a really, really bad storm, I can pretty easily take apart the camera stuff. It's just some Velcro holding it together. I can have that off and put it away in my pack, and then close the helmet up nicely. That's not really an issue. Well, we're approaching the summit up here. I don't see really any rain. I've got the visor back up, so nothing's hitting my eyeballs. No rain. But I do see some dark clouds up there. We have to go down, up over the summit, and then down into a valley, and then over into, then up and across, up and over the top, and down to grandmother's house we go. To Kurt's house we go. So there's lots of room in here for rain. Yeah. Okay, here you can watch this bar above the freeway. You'll see like flashing lights as these cars go underneath. Watch, flash, 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 flash. They're reading. That's a flash reading people's license plates, including mine. Of course, no, I have a transponder, as most people do, so it just automatically debits my fast track account. Okay, I'm up to 65 now, which is a little faster than I should be going on a rainy freeway, so I'm going to buckle it back down a little bit. I think I'm clear now. I don't think I'm going to have any rain the rest of the way. Had a pretty good day of work, pretty darn productive. I don't want to give, and I should give away too many details of what I do. Suffice it to say, I basically run projects and for an IT organization, a government IT organization, and I just finished my big project for 2017. Just finished in the last quarter of the year there, and the calendar quarter. And my big project for 2018 is now gearing up. So I was working today and this week on a document that's called a project proposal document. That's a document that outlines at a very high level and a kind of like an executive level what we're going to do. Part of my job is as an business systems, an IT business systems analyst, is that I need to be able to take IT tech speak, the technology that we're going to do, and distill that down into language that project sponsors, typically business people, can easily understand and comprehend it, so that they can make their executive level decisions on. So in this case, I'm actually my sponsor is a very high level executive, and very, very competent, smart person, and so it's not that difficult for me to do this job. But still, it's a real challenge sometimes to translate that tech speak into business speak, and also because those types of people tend to really prefer talking in the numbers and the money and stuff like that. What's this going to cost? How long is it going to take? What kind of resources, human and otherwise, are needed? So I finished my first draft of that proposal today. Sent that over to the other PMs on the team, and for them to review. And if they once we get that, I've given myself another 2 weeks to finish that. That was just my first draft, and then once that's done, I'll send that over to the sponsor. And if I get approval from the sponsor, then we're off and running to the races. The project begins. We begin ramp up with bringing on human personnel from the various groups that we'll need. Everything from systems administrators, field services techs, help desk techs, application development testers, assets representatives, and of course the project managers. And since this is basically phase 3 of a project that I already completed the first phase on, another project manager is doing phase 2, we've got this kind of down to a tried and true process. So I was really pleased. Today's a Friday on, so where I place where I work, we don't, people have, we work 9-hour days so that we can have every other Friday off. And so about half of the work population is off any one Friday, so we're about half staff every Friday. So this is my Friday on, which is a really great opportunity, very quiet in the building. I can really focus. That's when I like to focus on the writing portion of my work, and don't have a lot of meetings, just focus on that stuff. And that's what I did today, and I'm coming away feeling really good about that. I was able to send that document off for review, and it's a real challenge for me, because even though I've been here for 4 years now, I took a 10-year gap in my IT career, and really fell behind, and really had to work hard to catch up. I had the basic raw skills that allowed me to get the job, and then had to scramble like crazy to catch up and to bring my skills up to par to where it needed to be. I've still got a ways to go. The next step in my process will be to apply for something called my PMP certification, or it's basically, that means project management professional, and that's you put that at the end of your name. So I'd be Kurt Bell PMP, and having that on my resume really does a lot. So having that PMP certification. But to do that, I really needed, it's not really something like a test, it's more like you apply for it, and then the PMP certifying agency arrange an interview with project management professionals, and you basically give them your CVS, it's not, of course, like an actor CVS. It's a project manager CVS. Here's all the projects I've done. Here's the role that I played. Here's the processes I used, and show how you abide industry standards and best practice. And I wanted to wait until I had enough project management, successful projects, big projects in my belt since coming back to America, before I apply for my PMP. And I think that I could do it now, but I'd like to get this next project done as well. But that probably won't. That'll take me all the way out maybe into 2019. So maybe another year or so. But I kind of want to get that. Even though I work in a pretty secure environment, if something ever happens, I've got my resume ready to go, but nothing would I'd really stand out from the crowd, from applicants, if I could get that PMP after my name. We'll see. And I also want to do it while I still have the mental fortitude. I'm tired. I'm getting older. It's hard to keep up, especially with the young folks and all that they can do. Had a great spent about an hour today with an up-and-coming analyst. Maybe someday this person will be whoa, look at the beautiful view of Orange County. That's nice, all the way direct that down to Newport Beach down there and the like. Very, very nice. This person probably might become a business relationship manager, which is he'd be very, very good for. It's almost like an account manager, but almost at an executive, at a management level almost. That's what it is. Not executive, but management level. But he would work with executive staff with the agencies that he managed. Now, I kind of feel like I'm talking too much about my work. I should really back off and only talk about it in very general terms. But all I can offer, if the person that I was meeting with today happens to see this video, I sincerely can offer nothing but flattery and encouragement and compliments. You've got a bright career ahead of you, wherever it leads you. And so here we're switching, getting off the 241, swinging off that now onto the 133, which will take me right down to Irvine. Now if you look dead ahead where I'm headed, right where my head is pointed, you might see two towers sticking up with white lights across the top. I don't know if the camera's that sensitive to pick those up. Those are the brand new towers that were built in South Irvine by the Spectrum, which is where I live. And I live right next to those towers. So that's basically home. And here's the second flashing lights. Bam! That's the second flash. Just cost me another $2. So that coming over the pass there cost me $4. But that saved me from having to go through a half hour to 40 minutes of in bumper-to-bumper traffic in wet, slippery freeway, probably splitting lanes. So I think that was a $4 well spent. Let's move over a lane. Back on work for just a minute, not talking about my work at all, just talking about my experience. One of the big challenges coming back was working with people my age who didn't take that break in their career, and they're so far along in their skills, their experience, and their institutional wisdom, if I can call it that, or occupational or professional wisdom. Just knowing what to do. And I've watched, and it's also interesting to see, they're almost all gone now, and they're only a little bit older than me, and they're all retiring. And it's amazing to see them go out at the height of their skill sets, and it's kind of a shame to take away those skills with them. And I'm desperately, before each one of them leaves, I'm desperately trying to collect what I can, their wisdom, because they are my senpai, to use the Japanese words, the ones who have gone before. And I'm trying to collect their wisdom. And one of the things I do is that I have a big, Kurt's big folder full of templates. And whenever I see one of my coworkers that has a really good way of doing something, I try to collect that into a template of some sort to add to my little quiver. And I always let them know what I'm doing. That's their permission. But when it's all done, which it is really done now, it's a very powerful template. So I'm able to capitalize on years of experience and expertise of my coworkers, even though I didn't go through that myself. So standing on the shoulders of giants, in fact. Very much so. And I have a great deal of respect and appreciation for them. So glad that I came back when I did. If I'd come back now, they wouldn't be there, because they're all leaving. And the way government's downsizing, we're not really hiring people back in their places. So I'm kind of left on my own. It's like, no, I need to learn more from you. I need to see. I need to watch how you do things. And the really powerful stuff isn't anything that can be taught. It's not a matter of saying, okay, here's how to do a particular process. Here's how to create a project charter, and here's what should consist of good scope. Am I going to get wet in the last mile or so? I think I am. It's more like the real superpower that they have is the ability to think. Like one of my favorite persons, the person that I'm working with right now, she reminds me sometimes, Kurt, we get paid to think. And that's a really good reminder. We're not paid to stamp out documents or to fill in templates with standard information. We're not doing that. We're paid to think about what needs to be done and to perform analysis so that we can share what we've learned with others and then help those others, the decision makers, because we're typically not the decision makers. We need to help the decision makers make an informed decision. And that's the key point, to be informed. And that really is a challenge. And I'm almost home now. Camera still on? Yeah, at least the GoPro is. Well, that's good. I made it home without too much trouble. I made it home before I didn't have to get too wet. I'm not home all the way, and the ground's still slippery. I can feel it right under my feet. In fact, I avoided stopping on the painted surface below me because it's very wet down there. And I've had that happen. I stop and put down my foot, lean the bike over, put my foot down, and the foot slides right out. Man, I've almost dumped the bike a couple of times doing that. You think you'd learn from the first time. Now I have to be careful heading out over here. There's kind of like a metal grate right out there in the middle. Metal grates are not fun. And of course the road is slippery out there as well. So here we go. Let's kind of cut right in. Go over that metal grate in a straight line. There we go. And there we go. And I think I'm almost home. Well, I know I'm almost home, but I think I'm almost home safely. Okay, well, watch that speed, Kurt. Slippery, slippery, slippery. Hachigato slippery. Reminds me of a Japanese song. I used to sing my daughter when she was little. It goes like this. Boom, boom, boom. Hachigato boo. Oike no mawari ni o hana ga saita yo. Boom, boom, boom. Hachigato boom. It's a song about a little bee flying around. Instead of saying buzz, 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 they say boom, boom, boom. Oike no mawari ni, and you can almost hear the bee flying around like, little figure eights. Oike no mawari ni ohana ga saita yo. Boom, boom, boom. Hachigato boom. And I had to hey myself. I used to sing that to Emily all the time. Did those days really actually exist? Is that just a dream? I'm talking about the days of Emily's childhood or babyhood, and also the days of Japan. Really feels like a dream now. A good dream. Sure, it was hard. It was challenging sometimes, but I wouldn't change that. I was mentioning before about the big break in my career. And I got back just in time. I don't know if I could start over now, 4 years later. Probably could. But, yeah, I'd do it again. Sure, it cost a lot, the whole Japan thing, but it was really worth it. That, it really exemplified by the fact that Emily told Yumiko and I that she would like to do the same someday. She'd like to marry someone and then raise their children in Japan in their small years and in America in their teen years. So I guess that's a pretty good endorsement that she found the experience a worthwhile one, that she wants to replicate it in her own life for her kids. And so I'm glad this guy showed up right next to me, because the metal detector clearly wasn't picking up my bike on there. But that little, what is that? Something. Suzuki will get picked up. And it should turn any second. There we go. Right. Creepy crawly, not too fast. Take it easy, Kurt. And I really have to be careful in the parking structure, because it's like here is concrete in there. Both my wheels, my tires will be slippery, and my booties will be slippery, and this guy is just going for it. Here's where I live, Center Point. Okay, let's get in here without slipping and falling. Okay, here we go. Home, home, home. Hachigato home. Oike no mawari ni ohana ga saita yo. Home, home, home. Hachigato home. Hey! Almost there. Almost there. And the ground's not even wet in here. Just little drips and drops. Open Sesame Street. Need my blinker on because sometimes people come around the corner there. Helps if they can see that I want to turn, and if they might let me in. Oh, good. The white car isn't here. Makes it a little easier for me to get in. Stop here for a second. And we'll go open the cage. It's kind of fun making these videos. Kind of brings me back to the old days. Whoa! But don't forget to unplug yourself, dude. What's funny, I didn't even need to be I didn't need to be plugged in. I spent that whole ride, didn't listen to any music or podcast or anything, but I did drop my key. Okay, and that's open. Let's go park our bike. See, and I also started a new thing here. Started putting a sticky note there with the things I want to talk about. So I have 3 there. Thank you, Garth. Thank you, Greg, and the plan. And that's all the stuff I covered in the previous video. Yeah, I'll probably just stitch these 2 videos together. Gosh, it'll be like an hour, 50 minutes or something like that. But you know what? Like I used to always say, no one has to watch if they don't want to. Okay. Alright, we made it home safe and sound in this rain. Excellent. Let's get the big GS up on the center stand. The last act. Okay, the GS is up. Safe and home. Turn off the heated grips. Turn off the fog lights. Kill the engine. We're at 188 miles. Total 95,974. About another 4,000 before the next big service. So, with that, let me pull this off. Thank you for joining me on that ride. Hope you all have a great day at the start of the weekend. It's Friday afternoon, at least here it is. I hope you all have a great weekend. Take care. GoPro, video off. GoPro, turn off video.